Hey, Intro to 2D. Today we're going to learn how to edit our picture and put a digital grid on it. So select your picture wherever you've got it saved. We're going to choose the edit button at the top left. Once that loads, I want you to come down to the bottom center where it says free. Click there. It's going to give you a bunch of different ratios, and the purpose of doing a grid is to be able to have your reference image and your grid image the exact numerical ratio. They have to be exactly the same or your grid will not work. If your picture is going to be cropped vertically, you'll choose the 4:5. That is equivalent to an 8:10. Or if yours is a horizontal picture or you want to crop it horizontally, you would have to do the horizontal version of that. Okay? You can still move your picture within that frame. Make sure you are closely cropping because it's going to be a lot easier to draw if you are more zoomed in. Once you have it adjusted to the cropping that you like, you can go ahead and save it at that point, or I'm just going to go ahead and move to adjustment to create black and white. Okay, and some of you might have already done this on your phones, and that's totally fine, but I'm going to scroll down to color, and I'm going to move the saturation all the way to the far left. Some other adjustments you may want to do on your photos is to think about the contrast. You can see how I'm toggling over to the right to change the contrast a little bit. That's giving me a greater difference between the lights and darks. Or so you can kind of bump up my highlights. Okay, I'm just kind of showing you what each of these does a little bit. So increasing more of the shadows. If your image is really too dark or too light, you can change the exposure as well. So once you have it the way that you would like, go ahead, and I would probably just save it as a copy so you don't mess up your original. So I'm going to say Jones portrait, and make sure you know where you're saving it. I'm just going to save it in my downloads for now. And then we are going to go ahead and open up gridding or griddrawingtool.com, or if you just typed in Art Tutor Grid, this will be one of the first things that pop up. But we are going to do step 1, upload. Choose file, going back to my portrait, and this site gives you quite a few editing options, but we've already done all of that. So we're going to choose next for rotate and crop and adjust, and it's really step 5 that we're paying attention to. So because we've made our picture 8:10, we need to make our boxes wide set to 8. And I'm going to change the pixels to 1 pixel. That is just telling us the width of the line. And to see those changes, we need to be able to push apply grid. So now you can see it's 8 boxes across, 10 boxes down, and the thickness of my line is modified as well. Depending on where your contrast is in your picture, sometimes it's helpful to have different colors of lines. You can try having a black line or a white line. It doesn't matter to me. But once you have that, you're going to go ahead and press download. So once you have downloaded it, I'm just going to open this up, show in folder. And you can see my original one and the gridded one. I'm going to right click, choose my print option. And I am going to choose 8:10, okay? And then we would choose whatever printer we're going to choose on right now. We're going to do the IMC Commons, that's the Media Center. So we would click Media Center and print.